Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Ward. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Got a man, it's Cameron.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important that your defense is honest and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
Wide receiver shows motion. Trying play action. Dances away. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run.
He'll take the deep shot. And he hurls it in inside the 30. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Going for 6. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Now on 2nd down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Finds his man. It's Taylor.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
Off play action. With the catch, it's Cooper. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And that's a really good example of the quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, it's Ward. They're trying to get to it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have the defense go bail out. So you start the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. He leaves it with his back. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Off the play fake. A strike downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And a really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Fast motion from the offense. Well, jet sweep pass. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Back to pass, it's Reed. Getting some heat. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The short hands, it's Golden.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man and they convert. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking for a man. It's Ward. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to add another. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they take over with great starting field position, moving 36 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Webster. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quick pass on the jet motion. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the first half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. Here comes the Texas offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking for space. It's Cooper. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Looking to take a shot. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good...
And the pass, They'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Going up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Webster. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Bulls! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. You get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's right. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to power their way ahead. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Now he's looking to throw it. Skips away from pressure. He chucks one out to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Longhorns have this offense rolling. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down be really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's got the tight end. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. A first down run on the doorstep. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Quarterback extends the play. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown Longhorn! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Critical juncture of the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a crucial juncture in this game.
Coming out with it, it's Cameron. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Feeling some heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Still running at the 40. Powers through. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be first down for this offense. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's caught inside the 25. Offense uses the timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had no timeout.
be honest, both of these offenses played as if they were waist deep in mud. Plenty of struggles, and they come out just short in this one.
Definitely a defensive struggle here. So the good news for this team is you like what you saw on that side of the football, guys making plays, but the offense has got to be able to pick it up. Got to be able to find ways to generate explosive plays and generate points. They couldn't do it.
And it's very frustrating for a defense when you see your offense time and time again not come through. They did their job. Offense next time just has to do a lot better.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.